to the Integrity Commission. This approach is in line with the National General Council's resolution to empower the Integrity Commission in order to restore the credibility and the integrity of the ANC in society. The 2015 National General Council resolved that the Commission, I quote, the Commission should get powers to implement decisions and not just to recommend to the NEC. They already investigate but are currently recommending to the NEC, and most recommendations have not been adopted. The innocent until proven guilty doctrine should not apply, as this is not a court or a DC process. The Integrity Commission should pursue the interest of the ANC and ask members to step aside while dealing with their problem for the sake of the organization. The Integrity Commission should also be adequately resourced. Their determination on cases is final. All previous decisions should be implemented. Close quote. We are aware that Comrade Marius undermined the work of the Integrity Commission by publicly denouncing it as a bias among other allegations. In fact, he wanted to determine how the Integrity Commission should handle the investigation by continuously interrupting the process and making complaints about it in the public domain, despite the fact that he knows it was not in his competency. He never gave a chance to this entire process, despite being part of the NGC that made the resolution, and he always conducted himself in a serious, questionable way, despite our unwavering support for him. Nevertheless, the matter has been finalized and a sanction was imposed. We expected a senior comrade in this position of Comrade Marius to accept the outcome or challenge it through the channels provided in the Constitution. Failure to challenge the outcome internally means one is accepting those particular outcomes. Our expectation is based on the understanding throughout ANC's 104 years of unbroken struggle for liberation that fought to end the three interrelated and interconnected contradictions, that is race, class, and gender. In particular, leaders to understand the severity of the triple oppression of women. In this respect, leaders are not expected to take advantage of the vulnerability of young women in particular, but instead to place responsibility on the leadership to protect, defend, and advance the struggle against victimization and abuse of women. The ANC has a particular value system which inculcates to its members who are torchbearers in society. The reason why members join the organization is their acknowledgement that alone they are weaker to fight in order to advance the struggle for national emancipation, but need a collective of progressive people to drive principles and values which the organization espouses. The ANC policies are determined by the membership, and its leadership is accountable to the membership in terms of the procedures laid down in the Constitution. Therefore, those who subscribe to the organization ought to respect the organization by adhering to its Constitution, policies, and procedures. This underlying principle of respecting the organization should never be a self-serving exercise, but a principled exercise, one which is rooted in the understanding of the culture of the organization. Respecting processes of an organization is an appreciation of collective effort as against individual superiority. As the ANC, we have been too quiet, in particular how the suspended provincial chairperson, Comrade Marius Fransman, has been conducting himself. Attacking organizational mechanism and tools in public clearly suggests he is no longer respecting the ANC, let alone playing to a gallery and feeding what seems to be the trend of trying to isolate the Secretary General of the ANC, Comrade Gwede Mandashe. It seems now It is becoming a subculture among corrupt and reactionary elements that lack organizational discipline and class consciousness to use the ANC Secretary General as their punching bag in order to convince factional lords of their loyalty. Comrade Marius must take responsibility for his actions and not create imaginary scapegoats. It is extremely reckless, disrespectful, and mischievous for Comrade Marius to draw the Secretary General of the ANC into his indiscretions and misdemeanors. Comrade Marius should know better that Comrade Gwede Mantashe, as an ANC Secretary General, does not sit in the Integrity Commission, including the National Disciplinary Committee, but merely refer cases as per the decision of the constitutional structures of the organization. For example, we, the Provincial Executive Committee of the ANC in the Western Cape, which is a constitutional structure, took a decision through democratic processes to take this matter to the Integrity Commission via the national officials and the National Working Committee of the ANC. In the same vein, we wish to apologize to the parents whose children were rented to occupy this office of the ANC during the exam time. We call upon the Congress of South African Students to respect the ANC and this office, and to desist from allowing its membership to be abused to fight narrow interests at the detriment of the future of many kids. There is no way we can keep quiet when kids who are supposed to be preparing for exams are asked to camp in the offices of the ANC and disrupt it from doing its work. We are saying this because we didn't get any word from Comrade Marius to sort of raise his disapproval of those kids coming to this office during the school hours and disrupt our offices on an issue that does not even talk to the interest of the students. We view this as the exploitation of the vulnerability of malleable youth, and for Comrade Marius to run away from justice. Actually, this is counter-revolutionary and a sign that points to the validity of the Integrity Commission's recommendation. This is what we as an ANC in this province would like to say in this quagmire. Thank you very much.
Thank you.